What's going on, everybody? It's your boy ACGL Skara, and welcome to yet another ACGL Breakdown. Today I'm joined by an amazing guest who goes by the name of Zolh. Zolh, how are you doing today, good sir?
How's it, Skara? Nice to meet you, man.
It's a pleasure to meet you, man. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's such a pleasure having you on here today. Hopefully we can have a really good chat. But going right into it, I just want you to take this opportunity to sort of introduce yourself and let the people know, let the viewers know, who you are, what you're all about, and, what makes up Zolh.
So, my name is Zolh in the gaming world. My real name is Zoltan, so it's half my real name.
Oh, okay. Very.
But yeah, I'm a streamer, gamer, a real gamer, streamer comes second. And yeah, I love what I do, man. I really do.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you so much for that. And I really love that you actually mentioned that, because that sort of goes into my next talking point is, how long have you sort of been competing in esports and operating in the world of content creation, and which did you actually start with first?
So not very long. I've been gaming since I was about 8 years old, and I'm 23 now.
Goodness.
But I only got into I only got into content creation and and streaming in the last 2 years. I've been doing it for about 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I have been a gamer. That's why I say I'm a gamer. I've always been into games. My dad actually got me into it. He still plays Warzone. He's actually got a better PC than me.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah.
So it runs in the blood, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. That's really cool to hear. And how long have you sort of been in the esports community locally? Was it sort of at the same time that you also started streaming?
So it's actually a funny story that ACGL's interviewing me, because I started streaming because of ACGL. I got into the competitive scene. My first tournament was with ACGL. I was like, who's that? I was actually playing a kill race tournament on a Wednesday. I just got invited to, and that got me into an org, and I started streaming and competing, and so yeah, it's quite a turnaround, I guess.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear. Well, I mean, we couldn't have really made the story up, but I mean, we're glad to see you at this point in time with with all the accolades you have under your belt. I mean, it's actually fantastic. And I mean, speaking of that, we've seen how talented you are at Warzone, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can rate, that you're definitely one of the top Warzone players locally. But that's not all. You also have been achieving some amazing things in the content creation department. With your TikTok in particular, you had 80k followers with a massive 3.5 million likes. How did you achieve such amazing numbers, and also how important is it to focus on a platform like TikTok that's based around short form content as a content creator?
So I think, to answer your first question, the way that I did it, I was very lucky. It was the day that a new season came out in Warzone, and I was posting videos. I don't know how to edit myself. I don't know at all. I can't do anything. I found the site that basically does it for you. I was actually showing on stream today, and I was actually editing the videos live on stream. People were watching me do it, and then I was just posting on TikTok, so I was live at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I think I posted 5 videos all at once, and I think the first one hit 700k in
Jeez.
20 minutes, and I was like, whoa. Someone came into my chat and they told me, and then the next video hit 2 million, and then I think in those 2 or 3 days we got 30 million views off those 5 clips. So overnight I gained 55k followers. So literally it was an overnight thing. It wasn't a slow growth. That day I gained 40,000 followers.
Yeah, but even though with that, it's sort of that thing of yeah, it might have been an overnight thing, but it's because that you sort of were at least keeping to that. You sort of were focusing on creating content, or creating stuff that's sort of surrounded around your brand. So I mean, everyone knows that you're a Warzone player, and you sort of create content and release content that sort of speaks to your brand. And I think it's because of that is why you kind of gained those followers, because you sort of just kept to your brand. You kept pushing out content of what you love, and the results came from that. It came from the 5 videos that you posted. And I mean, you wouldn't have thought that if I posted these 5 videos, I would have got 30 million views, or I would have at least pushed 40k followers overnight. But it's just that idea of you just putting that content out there, and it's you just making that effort to do it. Because I mean, if you hadn't done it, then you wouldn't have been having this conversation. So I guess it's also just that credit that you should give yourself, is that you made that content and you put it out there, and you're kind of reaping the rewards of you doing that now.
Exactly. And I mean, exactly what you said. Like, when I was posting before that, like, I was so happy. I was like showing my girlfriend, hey, I got like 10k views. Like, for me, that was huge.
Yeah,
like that was like the week before that. So it just goes to show that you never know. You could post a video tomorrow and it could get 1 million views, and then all of a sudden that's 20,000 followers. And in this scene, the bigger your reach, the better the more you can do, and the more you can not achieve, but the more you can get your hands on, I guess. So
definitely
it's so beneficial, and I guess it goes to show that you shouldn't really give up because you're only getting 1,000 views, your 10k is your best, or whatever it is. You never know what could happen literally overnight.
Definitely.
Keep, working at it.
Indeed. And do you think, like as I mentioned, that TikTok is a platform like TikTok, YouTube Shorts? Do you think that's sort of platforms that creators should definitely focus on?
I feel like creators, especially streamers, I know people that post longer format YouTube could do the same, but you have to be posting on these short format content platforms to draw people to your stream.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, how are they going to know that you live if they don't know that you exist? So the reach that I've seen personally on TikTok is insane. And I mean, it can change overnight. Streaming on TikTok, so you post a video and it does quite well, and then people see you live, they come to your TikTok stream, and then you say, hey, I'm streaming on Twitch, and then you take a percentage of each, and they jump across to your Twitch, and then hey, you got some more viewers. So it's really, really, really important.
Yeah, and I just think there's just so much value in that. The short form content can sort of like be a more capture factor, it catches the eye of people. I mean, you can be scrolling through TikTok, you can scrolling through YouTube Shorts, and you just come across, like, even if it's a 5, 10 or 30-second video of a clip that you got on stream, or just a funny moment that you've had on stream, or just some content that you've created that sort of complements your brand, is what could draw a follower to, or even 5,000 followers to your streams, or to whatever your social media platform is that you're trying to grow. So I definitely would agree to that, is that it's sort of something that's really, really important, because you want to drive people to your longer form content. And I think definitely with the short form content, it's really, really vital that you kind of implement it into your brand, or it's something that you definitely work on, because I mean, you can showcase for yourself that it definitely is beneficial, and you can definitely have a lot more at your disposal when you have such good numbers for yourself, and that's just solely because you sort of exploited the idea of just focusing on short form content.
Exactly. It has to become a part. If content creation and streaming, I know people say streaming, if that's what you want to do, or you want to pursue it a bit, you have to be doing it. I can't stress it enough. I literally was talking about it today on stream. It is so important. And in the same breath, if anyone ever needs help, I mean, I'm no professional, but I'm always down to help anyone with questions or advice or anything. I feel like everyone should be, using it. Why not?
I mean, you heard it here from the man himself. If you'd like some advice, pop him that DM. But moving on from that, I kind of actually just mentioned a bit about you being one of the top Warzone players, but some people might want to know why. So you're one of the first to drop a nuke in the new Warzone, and it's not just once, you've actually dropped 2 already. How hard is it actually grinding for one? I mean, I saw a tweet about you briefly explaining it, but I'd like a more in-depth explanation, and I just want to know, how does it feel once you finally get one?
So the nuke in Warzone 2 it's a new thing to Warzone. They didn't have it in the first one. But basically what you have to do is you have to get 5 wins, so battle royale wins. You have to get them in a row. So if you get 4 and then you get a dev error, which is quite common in the game, you have to restart. So you have to get 5 wins in a row. in the 6th game, you have to go and get it's basically a hidden contract that shows up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as soon as you start it, the entire map, so all 150 other players know where you are on the map. They're all chasing you. They're all teaming up to kill you. It's like it's crazy. I think we put so many hours into it, and I mean, I was playing with some really good players. One of them was Happy Gaming. He had the most wins in Warzone 1. He had like 2,000 wins. So I'm playing with people that know what they're doing, you know. And a few other, you know, members of my org, we're also, you know, going for it. It is so difficult because, I mean, as I said, everyone's chasing you. It's crazy. But you know, it is a bit of a challenge to go and try and be the first to do it in the country. Just to, I don't know. It's a bit. I guess it doesn't really matter, but you know, why not? It's a bit of a bit of a race, I guess.
Definitely. And I mean, you know, I can imagine just like how mentally draining and taxing that can be, you know, just trying to make sure you get all 5 of those wins in a row, and then again you get to game number 6 where everyone is going to be gunning for you and you need to just try outlive all of that. You know, I can just imagine like just how grueling that can be. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that the feeling after getting it is very satisfactory.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, when Modern Warfare 2 came out just before Warzone, so you're speaking about mentally taxing, I kind of put myself through something, you know, the mastery camo ground, so like you get your guns gold and level. So I try to race, I raced to try and be the first to do that, and I think it took me about 11 days, but I was doing an average of 16 hours a day just doing camos. So I'm used to it, you know, the 5 wins, it's not too bad.
You know what, I'm trying to think of like how do you feel, like how did you feel after those 11 days? Like there's no way you didn't at least just like collapse and pass out for like at least like 5 or 6 hours. Like that has to be intense.
Dude, I got off, I mean, I was literally waking up, showering, you know, trying to eat. I lied, I ate on stream, you know, just get on stream, send it, camo ground. After the 11 days, I got off. I didn't want to look at my phone. I didn't want to see a screen or lights. I literally just like lay outside on the grass, and like I didn't want to, you know, touch anything electronic for like a week.
That's just like the epitome of like just having to just touch grass, and you're just like, you know what, dude,
I touched grass, man. My TikTok wouldn't believe me, but I touched grass properly.
We love to hear that. But that's pretty much all I have to sort of ask you. But I just want to know, is there any final words or thoughts that you may have in your head, or you know, anything that you want to like maybe let people know, whether it's about content creation or even just competing?
I feel like wrapping back to what we were talking about, the content creation, short format, TikTok, YouTube shorts, like I can't stress it enough. Like it's so important and it's so easy to do. You don't need to be a professional editor. You don't have to, you know, be the smartest or the you know, there's no rule set. You know, anyone can succeed in their own way. You just have to make your own way. Don't try and chase the trends all the time. Make your own path and send it. I feel like that's really, really important.
Yeah.
And then coming back to, you said I'm one of the best. I feel like recently I haven't been at all. But I feel like for anyone watching, if you want to, you know, compete in tournaments, ACGL is a great place. If it wasn't for ACGL, and I promise they didn't pay me to say this, I promise. If it wasn't for ACGL, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. My friends asked me to play one of the tournaments on a Wednesday, and I played, and you know, we kept playing, and here I am. So, you know, there's nothing stopping you from playing. If you enjoy the game and you're half decent, why not?
Indeed, and I mean, couldn't have said it better myself. He's pretty much summed it up for me. But thank you so much for coming down and having this chat with me. I really, really appreciate your time, Zolh.
Thank you, Scar. Thanks, man. I appreciate you guys having me.
Awesome stuff. Fantastic. That has been the ACGL Breakdown, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you at the next one.